Gentlemen, my name is Ken Metler. I'd just like to say that traditional marriage deserves protection because its contribution to societal well-being. The historic purpose for government recognition of marriage has been about children and society, and the relationship, not just the relationship of two adults. Children need the love of both a father and a mother. So I ask you, gentlemen, to do what is timelessly right for children and not what may be politically correct just today. So please sponsor and support the proposed ordinance. The families asked for it. Thank you.
First off, I'd like to thank Mr. Metler for coming up with a proposal so breathtakingly unconstitutional that it's going to give all the liberals and moderates a good laugh. But that's not why I came up here today. My main reason is to provide some information to the board. Friday morning after the announcement by Ann Barnett, I went to the clerk's office to inquire as to appointment as an independent Deputy Commissioner of Civil Marriages. I was informed that Ms. Medler was canceling all of the outstanding Deputy Commissioner commissions and would not issue any new ones. In other words, there would be absolutely no Deputy Commissioners of Civil Marriages in Kern County. People have mentioned that several other counties do not have programs, county programs for marriage. Over the weekend, because each county clerk maintains a website, I checked on those websites. I checked the 35 counties whose population is over 100,000. Of those 35 counties, 30 of them have programs where the county clerk's office performs marriages. For about half of those programs, the marriages are by county employees who are deputy clerks. One county, San Luis Obispo, uses volunteers only, and the rest of the counties use a mix of county employees and volunteers. Of the 4 counties that do not have county programs, every single one of those 4 counties has a program or a process for independent people to apply to become deputies, and if they're qualified, they're appointed. A lot of counties have mixed programs, and a lot of counties have Commissioner for a Day programs where a friend of the couple to be married is appointed Deputy Commissioner for one day so that he can perform the ceremony. We're the only county in California that's going to have no program whatsoever of any sort, which I think is a shame and which I believe is an abuse of Ms. Barnett's office. There is a workaround. Any commission issued by any county clerk can be used anywhere in California. Los Angeles County maintains a very large volunteer program. The county could take marriage out of Ms. Barnett's hands, give it to another county department, have employees and volunteers trained in Los Angeles, commissioned in Los Angeles, and they could perform marriages here in Kern County. I think that would be a workaround, but it would provide a needed service for the people of Bakersfield. Thank you.
And I think that one of the biggest problems that most people have here is that they're all focused on themselves, most of them anyway. We should focus on the children. I'm a single parent, and I raised my children by myself. It's bad when you have a marriage that goes bad, and there is not a male, the male-female relationship in the family, and the identity crisis that the children have, because if you have boys, they look to the man. I cannot be a male figure to my sons. I have 2 sons. And when we allow relationships that is out of the norm, it brings confusion in the home. When a man is there and he's raising girls like they're, adopting children, or they're doing these artificial ways of having children, the children become the victim in the relationships because they don't have the proper role model. You can't raise a daughter and you're a man. I mean, you could do it. I mean, it's very easy to do, but it's hard on the child. You may think you're doing everything you can do, but mentally the children are the ones that suffer from a relationship like this. And I want to support Ms. Barnett in her decision not to marry. I think the voters of Kern County have made their opinions very clear that they want marriage between a man and a woman. And I support her in that decision. I think the board can offer some alternative methods, maybe someplace else they can do this, if it has to be done according to the Supreme Court, or let the Supreme Court find some alternatives for this problem, since they're the ones who created it, because 80% of Californians wanted it, or 80% of the county people wanted it between a man and a woman, and that's my opinion on the issue. Thank you.
My partner and I'm gay, and my partner Raymond and I have owned property here in Kern County for more than 15 years. We are now permanent residents of Kern County since November of 2005. Retired, okay, and glad to be retired. Woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to drive here. Unusual for me. I usually wake up at 8. I appreciate Supervisor Maben's comments that I saw on TV, and that's why I'm here. Because I noted it wasn't an agenda item, but I decided that, or we decided that we would come here this morning to give you a face, okay, to acquaint you with our position. We've been together for more than 24 years. Okay? And thanks to the domestic partnership laws of the state of California, and that's one reason that I moved in '83 from Florida to California, was to be with hopefully a better gay community. And I lived in West Hollywood at that time. Okay? I've been married before, too, heterosexually. 16 years, have 2 children. Okay? So I've had experience in both fields, if you want to say that. Okay? But we have lived here, and we live in Wilfred Heights. We're accepted in our community. Okay, and we appreciate the domestic partnership laws, but still we do not have a legal relationship that our neighbor does, because our neighbor is married to a woman. Okay, and we don't have that marriage family relationship. I'm glad that the Child Welfare Services made their presentation this morning. I would assume that Child Welfare Services would never deny service to a child, even if the parents were not married. Okay, marriage is not required. It is a, what do you call it, an opportunity? We have no reason to get married except that we would like to make a statement that we want the same rights as heterosexuals have. We have most of them now in California. But we want to get married, and we have an appointment 9/10 next Tuesday to get a marriage license. Okay? And apparently, although I disagree with what the clerk did, I understand that there are going to be people there who are certified to marry, and we can get a free marriage. We don't even have to pay for it. And we don't want to pay a lot of money to get married. But I think it is a disservice to the poor in this county, and it is a disservice actually to the family relationship, that the clerk has decided no more marriages. I urge the board to urge the clerk to reinstate civil marriages for everyone. Thank you.